Hello, here I'm going to show you one of the Hoseki Kuni art books. Uh, I don't know how to say this word. Pseudomorph of Love, and that's the title of the book. And it's really cool because it's shiny, and these are like them printed out in the back as well. It's just shininess. That's something like they do that with the Japanese covers of the Japanese covers of the Hoseki no Kuni books, but not the English ones. So they have like shiny and are really cool covers, but we get what we can get. But here, this is the art book, and it's a really nice book. Here has red page. Do I have it upside down? I have it upside down, and this has a bunch of art, full art from the uh, books, and it has some from the other book that Haruko Ichikawa has made, um, Mushi to Uta, I believe, um, which I haven't read yet. I plan to read it, but all that'll come later. But it also has some artwork from there as well. So here is just all the full cover arts, and you can see that Cinnabar is actually in every single cover art, but they're just right at the cutoff for the cover. So like if I get two, uh, like here's two, Cinnabar is like right there, but not on the cover art, and so that's like it for every single cover, at least with the ones in the book that are here. So Cinnabar's there, Cinnabar's there, uh, Cinnabar's there. Usually not looking at the camera. Camera? Yeah, whatever the view is, Cinnabar's even here in the weird, like, lapis portal dream thing for the cover of that one. And yeah, it's just really cool, like, seeing the full covers out like this as well. I guess I should have been opening up the spine a bit more. But yeah, the book is just so cool with this. This is the cover for the other art book that I am getting. I haven't looked at it yet. It actually delivers to me tomorrow. But this is also cool with like Foss's eye and stuff. Her art, man, is just so good. And then this is the cover of this book. So it's all the gems like being like a little scattered and stuff. And yeah, it's cool. Oh yes, see it goes on to the other side. So that's Antark and I think the amethyst. And then this side is diamond and alexandrite. Yes. So this next page. So here's more of the like rock concept arts for all of them, and then some more of the characters down there. Then we have this image of Foss with the pearl on the side. And then here's just all the characters with the rock forms. And this is actually the like last bit of Foss like left when we get to the later chapters, which is really cool and interesting that Ichikawa did that. Um, but yeah, so this tiny piece right here is actually all that's left of Foss at the end. We have Cinnabar, we have Diamond, Bort, Jade, Euclid, Red Barrel. Yeah, I think that's how that's pronounced. Alexandrite, the Amethysts, Morganite, Yellow Diamond, testing my memory, Zircon. Uh, we have Rutile, Padpraja, Antarcticite, and then Foss with the mixture of gold and agate in the legs. Yep. Then here we have a one of Congo. We have the little Lunarian dogs. They're so cute. Little puff. Here's Foss and Lunarians. And then here's uh, Jade, Foss, Diamond, Bort, and Morganite. We have a Foss. It's interesting that their arms breaking and they're in the moon. It's cool. The next one is it? It's not the next one. Okay, well, um, then we have Diamond and Bort and Foss, right? Uh, this I like that the background is like bright yellow for this one. It's very much more like pop art. I like this one with them as the cards and them actually sitting down. Interesting, sitting down at a table and playing cards. I'm guessing this is New Morganite, unless I'm wrong. I assume this is New Morganite, but it could be. I guess it doesn't make sense for that to be New Morganite because it comes after Foss's. Because New Morganite comes when Foss has Lapis Head. So I guess this isn't New Morganite. This must be the gem that's there in the flashback and asks if Boss fights. And I don't know if we ever get to know their name. That's who that character is. And then Euclid and Diamond. Sven, I don't know how to move. Watermelon. I don't remember to pronounce some of their names. Peridot, Foss. I think that's Karen Gorm. Yeah. And then Bort's hair, then Lapis. But that's actually not Lapis, it's False. It's False with Lapis's head. Very, very nice. And I think it's the Lunarian dogs in the background. The little dots. Yeah. Interesting. And then with this one, these are just such cool side-by-side photos of Foss and Lapis Moon Foss. And if you see, the moon is there in the like young Foss picture, and then the Earth is here in the moon Foss picture, and that's pretty cool. It also like really shows like the desolateness of like space with like there not being any clouds here. I really love these two artworks side by side. And it's interesting how they're both looking towards you, but Foss is facing forward and other Foss, Moon Foss, is facing the other way. Yeah, and Foss in this hand has the notebook, and Foss is a weapon in this one, indicating that they finally can fight. Foss, young Foss. This is interesting because, like, I remember someone saying that we only get to see the sun in 105. So it's really interesting that the sun is here in this photo, although this isn't actually in the manga anywhere. And it has the flowers and stuff. So we have Morganite, the Goshen yellow. Yeah, yellow Euclid. I assume that's Euclid. Foss. And then Dia and Bort, I presume. Here's the first page of the manga, just in full color and big. So that's nice. And then we have this one. I guess this might have been an earlier one. Or this might have been used. I don't know. But this, and then this one, obviously, this is the one that is in the manga. This one's cool, like the Lunarians on top, but this is a much simpler image. So, yeah. And is there anyone missing in this one? Who is that? I guess that could be Antar. Oh no, these are the amethysts. Their hairs just aren't colored purple, I think. And then there's, yeah. Is there anyone missing? The red barrel isn't in this image. It's Zircon. The Morganite's there. Yeah, interesting. Okay, cool. I guess maybe that was just a beginning one. And then this is colored from the manga. We got Cinnabar. And this. I actually like rewatching the anime. I really like what the anime did with this shot because it had the inside of the cave be more red like Cinnabar and the moon like more turquoise like Foss. I don't know if that has anything to do with anything, but I thought that was cool color wise. I don't know who this character is. Probably just another unnamed gem. I assume maybe this was like some like concept art, that Ichikawa was doing. Of course, there's Diamond, Yellow, Bort, and Foss. Here's more colored from volume. Which volume was this? Volume 5? Is this volume 5? With when, Foss gets Lapis' head and everything goes wrong. That's the entire series. Yeah, so it's cool that it has it colored in, like, Foss's arms reforming, and then, Lapis' head, and, returning to gold. And then we see that this is Antarcticite, this is Ghost, this is Morganite, this is Goshen. And then I assume these are, like, other gems that have been lost. Yeah. Here's them as, like, I don't know if this is right. I haven't played Magic. These are them as, like, some sort of cards in a card game. Assume Magic the Gathering? Probably not. I have no idea. But this is interesting. I haven't gone through the effort of translating what the cards say. But, yeah, it's interesting. For cards for all the characters. Oh, there is a card game. I want to get it. I actually asked for it for Christmas. We'll see if I get that. There's a card game for Land of the Lustrous. Anyway, I've become such a huge Mega fan in a matter of like a couple weeks, and I've been finding all of the random niche things since. Anyway, sketch of Foss. And then It's interesting because, oh yeah, Foss's arms aren't in there. Again, I don't know who this is. Maybe Morganite? Yeah. Let's see. This is a cool sketch of young Foss in Moon Foss is how it's said. Foss. Wow, it's almost like Foss is the main character. Who knew? Bort, Cinnabar, Foss, Diamond, and more sketches of the gems. Which some of these are cool. Let's see. Are there any that aren't actually people? Like there's like aren't actually. I don't know. I have to test my Japanese knowledge for that. All right, next page. So here's more like I think these arts are. Whoops, mic mess up. Anyway, I think these arts are in some of the volumes, just in the back. I think. It's very interesting because they're kind of more like experimental, or they're kind of harder to follow, but they're very interesting to look at. I guess like this is like it's art to say this is Foss, obviously. And this is like the Lunarian taking their hand. So it's like I don't know. It's interesting. Um, like this is Foss. This is I guess let me try to identify them. So this is Dia, this is Morganite. This is like the front cover, just slightly differently of the second one. This is Foss. This is. Are these like the other covers actually? Oh yeah, they are. So these are kind of like the covers. Because let's see, I still have the second one maybe. Because yeah, because there's Foss there. So this must be yellow. Foss yellow, and then the amethysts. They're kind of like alternate versions of the color covers almost. You know, Artisite and Foss. And then this is oh yeah, this is the one where they're all in flowers. The fourth one. And I guess this must be the dog. It's kind of like darker versions of what the covers turned out to be a little bit. Um, yeah, interesting. I actually didn't realize that until now. I'll have to look back at these later. But yeah. So those that was the fourth one. This must be see, but now I'm lost. If they're supposed to be like the covers. Well, Ghost is in this one. Oh, that's because this is the one. I think I was wrong. It must have been 7 for the Lapis Head one. I don't remember, guys, or 6. Again, I don't know. But this is the one where it's Ghost, Paparacha, and other ones, and they're just like covered in butterflies, which kind of makes sense with the cover of that one. This one is supposed to be so if that's that one, this one must be Lapis's head. I don't know. Oh no, that would be this one. This one's the one with Lapis's head, because you know there's Lapis's head and face is covered. So this must be the next one. What's the next cover? Actually, what? Let's see. Cheat sheet. Yeah, Lapis's head. Okay, so it is this one. That's the next one. And I think the art book doesn't go past that. Okay, yeah. So then that's this with all the other characters. There's Foss's other head over there. Very interesting. Okay. And then, yeah. Anyway, the artwork is cool. And then this is of the, like, cave that Cinnabar goes in. And these are just, like, some of the really, like, interesting panels, like, blown up, like, in detail. And it's so cool to see all that detail. And it's so like the negative space is so much more impactful when it's like this big on a page. Um, yeah. And then this is obviously the snow and stuff. It's interesting to see like I don't know where this is in the manga. It must be somewhere in the manga. But this is really cool because it shows the island and it shows how like it's all ice over here. And so this must be where the ice flow area stuff is. And this is still water, presumably, maybe just iced over. I don't know. And then this is such a dramatic shot of just Foss, like, you know, like sleeping because they're kind of not okay. Anyway, and then this is such a cool 2-page spread of the moon base, which my friend who is better at rocks than me tells me that like the moon base is supposed looks like bismuth. So assumably the moon base is like entirely made up of like bismuth, something like that. So man, if we ever get to see it in the anime, I guess it'd be all rainbow colors or something. I don't know. And then these are all sketches uh, for the manga. So you can look at these. And pause if you want more time. And the sketches are really clean. Someone made a comment about that before that I heard, is that Ichikawa's sketches are very clean. Like they almost look almost finished. So I wonder what her process is for her sketches. And, you know, her artwork is just so good. She's so good at like showing like things ripping and breaking, which is a lot of the story, so she better be. But you know, it's just so cool, like seeing that. Um, and they're just like these all one-page shots are also really good. Yeah, and then these are the characters. I think these are Yellow's like lost partners. I think. I don't know who these characters are. I know that this is Blue Zoistite. I don't know how to pronounce their names. I don't know the names of these two. I know they exist. I know it's written in Japanese. But then I'd have to review my Japanese. Kuri. Yeah, I don't know what that says. Anyway, these are characters that exist, but don't exist at the time of Foss existing. Um, yeah. I don't know what this is from. This is very interesting, though. There's like stars. I guess maybe more earlier concept art of the story, maybe, or it relates to Mushi to Uta, which is the rest of this book focuses on art from there. And I want to read this book, so this is the cover of it. I want to read this book. I'll get to it. I asked for it for Christmas again, so we'll see. But I'll understand what all this art is. But all this art looks super cool too. I'm a really big fan of Ichikawa's art and art style and the way she draws characters. And it's also interesting to see her draw more feminine and masculine characters because in Land of the Lustrous, you know, they're more androgynous. So it's interesting to see like more feminine characters like drawn more feminine and then like more masculine characters drawn more masculine. Like there's a few characters in Land of the Lustrous who fit that mold, but not a lot. You know. And this is a cool panel. I don't know what's happening here, but it's cool. Just the amount of detail that's in the like negative space, and I have no idea what's happening here. This is also a cool panel. Again, I need to read it. I haven't read it yet. Yeah, I like the fruit on people's heads. Interesting choices, Ichikawa. Your art is always so interesting. Yeah. She's also so good with colors too. I'm not that good with colors. And like having different color palettes. Her style's cool, man. We're all fans. We all know this. That's why I actually want to buy all of her art books because her art is just so interesting. Um, yeah, interesting. I need to actually read this story to make it sense. There's some Japanese here that I haven't translated. Oh, and I don't know what it says. But yeah, that's Japanese. And here is I think the last picture in the thing, and then I think the other is just some reference of where these artworks appear, I believe. Uh like it says yeah, it says page 44 and then there's some explanations. I should probably go through and translate these at some point. Just because it is really interesting, and then maybe it'll have some more lore tidbits. Because that'd be really cool. Because man, the lore is so good. Y'all know the lore is really good. Um, so yeah, that's the end. Yep, there's another red page here, like that. Interesting. Anyway, that is this book. I just wanted to show it off for those who haven't seen it, who don't know it exists. Because once I finished the series, I didn't know these books existed. And I have these two. I love this one. I'm gonna make 3 videos on this one, I think. Um, but there's so much lore in this, and it's crazy how much of the story is in extra material as well. But it makes sense because the main story is so in Foss's perspective that in order to get more content, you need to take it out of Foss's perspective. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this. Just wanted to show you this cool book. Anyway, bye y'all.